Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I make a summarized statement on behalf of India, I take this opportunity to convey our heartfelt condolences to the people of Japan for the loss of lives, the huge devastation, and the trials and tribulations which they have experienced in the aftermath of the earthquake and the tsunami in March. The remarkable forbearance, stoicism, and discipline exhibited by the people of Japan in the face of a calamity of this magnitude is a testimony to the resilience of the people of the nation, and we are confident that it is these qualities which will result in the re-emergence of a Japan which we all know and admire. That having been said, it is important to recognize that recent disasters such as these firmly drive home the imperatives for accelerating our disaster risk reduction efforts. Implicit in this is also the imperative for regional and global institutions to increase their collaborative DRR efforts. Coming to India, in recent years there has been a comprehensive paradigm shift in the approach to both disaster management and climate change adaptation. From a relief-centric approach, India has adopted a holistic and integrated framework for disaster management, which highlights the interdependence of the economy, environment, and development. Complementary to this, the National Environment Policy 2006 lays emphasis both on mitigation and adaptation in regard to climate change. The Government of India has also initiated the process of strengthening the institutions at the national, state, district, and village levels. Resource allocation for capacity building is being done with a reverse pyramid approach where larger allocation will be at the local levels. The government is finalizing a national capacity development plan and a national response plan. In addition to different sectors are working on the mitigation plan pertaining to hazards involved in their respective domain. State disaster management plans and district disaster management plans are taking shape. The government has also raised specialized forces named as the National Disaster Response Force for responding to disasters which include nuclear emergencies. Financial arrangements for response are already institutionalized in India, the National Disaster Response Fund at the federal level and the State Disaster Response Fund at the state level. Government of India is further pursuing initiatives to catalyze the participation of private organizations. The National Disaster Management Authority has initiated the process for institutionalizing their actions and mainstreaming them into DRR activities. In order to develop ex-ante financial mechanisms for disaster risk reduction, the Government of India has been exploring the possibilities of more financial instruments such as insurance and other risk transfer mechanisms. It is our firm belief that DRR targets cannot be achieved as a sectoral approach. The Government of India is therefore taking all the initiatives for mainstreaming DRR in all the new development projects of the country. Factoring the DRR component is now mandatory for all new infrastructure projects. India is also enhancing the scale of various disaster mitigation projects such as the cyclone mitigation project, the earth mitigation project, etc. We have successfully implemented the program of disaster risk management at different levels and enhanced the ambit of such programs for the purpose of strengthening the state and district disaster management institutions with special focus on urban risk reduction. It has further institutionalized the incorporation of disaster management into the course curriculum of schools and colleges as well as in the technical education. Development of disaster data is an issue for better preparedness. The Central Statistical Organization has been tasked with developing and collating disaster-related data from local level to the national level. Community capacity is the key to disaster risk reduction. A separate fund has been constituted for the purpose of capacity development and has been made available to the states. Recently, Government of India has also constituted a working group on disaster management for the measures to be taken during the 12th plan period of 2012 to 2017 and for assessing integration of disaster-related concerns into government-sponsored schemes and projects. India is firmly committed to promoting regional cooperation on DRR and has been making concerted efforts in the SAARC Forum for developing an emergency response system to deal with natural disasters in South Asia. Before concluding, allow me to state that India will continue its commitment to ex-ante disaster risk management initiatives within an integrated climate change framework and strengthen its activities towards DRR by making it an integral part of the development process. India will continue its efforts to work as one global family for this cause and also facilitate regional cooperation and would extend its support to any government or institution or organization for promoting sustainable development and to make the world as safe a place as is humanly possible. I thank you, Madam Chair.